Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Welcome back to the full walkthrough in the Crew 2. So before I'm about to get started to continue in Street Race, there's some loan vehicle for the event, so I'm about to take a good look. So maybe this is definitely might be the first event, is the Strange Case of 1950. But this one is definitely might be pretty good to have a DMC DeLorean will be included as well. But it was definitely might be pretty good for having a popular car from the movie Back to the Future made by Steven Spielberg. So looks like this is going to be pretty good to get starting out for having the best time in the journey before I'm about to do some motocross event for the next segment. I cannot believe it, but this is definitely might be pretty good. But what I tell you, you guys, the DeLorean was now in the game, just like Gran Turismo, but it is definitely might be pretty good to have an interior view on it. So let's just gonna have to go in and change a different background for having a one good effect. But great Scott, I hope I'll be ready to drive.
2, 1.
Faster! Seriously, go faster!
I cannot believe it. But no matter how the background was actually changed, but this is definitely might be given a good style of a 1950s. So, looks like I'm going in to take the lead. Just gonna have to pack up the speed, but it was going over 88 miles per hour. So impressive to have a nitrous boost included. Just gonna have to take a good look right inside of the peak. Now that was a pretty good classic style, but it was definitely might be pretty good official. But I hope you guys really like that DeLorean. Feels like giving a good customizable body kit that might need to be well installed. Just gonna have to go in and take that left turn. So it looks like this race was actually included with 1950s vehicles will be joining in. But this is going to be a pretty good iconic to have a nice good classic event. Driving around in America, always going to have a good road to be driven around for the cruise. Now I have to take a good focus because this is how we can probably have to go in. Just gonna have to take a good drive in the mountain states in New Mexico. Okay, looks like this is gonna get enough speed. Checkpoint clear. Gotta make sure to stay in a good steady balance on the handling. Okay, looks like the oldie opponents are definitely might be going along nicely. Just having a nice time to drive around on the road. Just gonna pack it up, the boost. Five seconds behind the gap. I can still take it. Looks like the lineup is definitely might be given a good route, but it is definitely might be pretty good whenever there's a red line to be used for braking. Just gonna have to keep going. 82% on the progression. Just gonna have to get closer towards 90%, only 10 more to go. But thank goodness Ubisoft just finally got a DeLorean to be putting in the game. But it looks like this is definitely might be pretty good to have two editions. the Retro Rad Edition, and the Monster Truck Edition. But this is definitely might be pretty impressive, but I don't know why did they put the DeLorean to be fitted with a large giant-sized monster truck tires. But it is definitely might be pretty awesome. I can't wait to get this vehicle as an exclusive to be part of the live summit. And it looks like I just finally did it. First place, and this is definitely might be pure driving. But good thing that everything is going fun at least, but well, I know. Been stressful out for having a lot of time lately for it. Just gonna have to go in and auto switch vehicle back to my RX-7. But it is definitely might be pretty good for event with a lone vehicle will be included. But I cannot believe it how many kinds of events will be temporarily used whenever you're good enough to take a good impression. Almost forgot to tell you folks, I just purchased 1 crew credit for having a nice Christmas tree decoration on my Ford Mustang GT Fastback. But it was pretty good out there for having a nice decoration we'll be setting up for the holidays. But it is pretty busy hard work for having a lot of livery design of every vehicles in the collection. So I hope this will might have to get ready for the next lone vehicle event. But this will might have to go over to New York City for Once Upon a Time in Brooklyn. But this is definitely might be a pretty good retro style, just like the 1950s. But it has to be going over to the late 60s towards the early 70s. But this vehicle will be loaned with a Ford Mustang Boss 429. But this is definitely might be pretty good classic. Well, I hope you really like this livery design I made, but it was definitely might be pretty good for having a nice show and tell. Look at this nice beauty. Going in to take a good race in New York City, but it's time to go on for having a nice effect. Just gonna have to take a background to be going in like a 1970s, we'll be going retro.
3, 2, 1.
Let's do this.
Give it a little go juice.
A tight start. Just gonna have to go first. First checkpoint clear. No gap distance to be shown. Only just a couple of zeros. Better have to take the off ramp. Gonna go early braking. But I cannot believe it how the background was actually stunning, but it was pretty brilliant. But it is definitely might be pretty unique. So right now, I have to take a good main focus to catch up to be in first place.
Run loud, run first.
Just gonna have to go fast and going quick. Checkpoint clear. Gonna keep a good eye on the opponents. They just really want to take my lead. Okay, another checkpoint clear. Just gonna have to turn left. Well, I bet this is definitely might be taking a lot of busy hard work out there. But I mean, it is definitely might be taking a good ways to cruise around and taking some good pictures whenever I have to be posting over to DeviantArt Art in the future. But it is always about taking some inspiration to inspire. But it is definitely might have to take plenty more hard work that every talented people really want to come up with a good non-bomber. Just barely passed me. Rodney just taking first place in the lead, and I'm just gonna have to stay in second to come up with a better racing strategy plan. Gonna have to try and take a good control of the Mustang. Gonna have to pack it up for the boost. Come on. Gonna keep up the pace. Only 40% left to go. Gonna have to take time to recharge. %30 remaining. Just gonna have to keep focused, but this wheel might need to take a lot of good boost. Gonna use the left lane to overtake. Another checkpoint clear. Almost there, Rodney. I'm about to pass you. Okay, this is it. This is gonna get a little bit now or never. Gonna have to take a good strategy attempt. Nitrous finish and first place complete. Well, looks like this is a pretty good time to race in the 1970s for a muscle car challenge. But I bet lone events doesn't include received loot, but it was definitely might be pretty good for temporary vehicles. Now, looks like this is going to be taking the perfect time to go right back in, but well, 2 lone events has definitely complete. Gonna have to go back over to Off-Road HQ to go in and purchase a motocross. Okay, looks like this is going to be pretty good. Now, I hope this one might have new events after purchase of dirt bike. Just going to have to go in and select. But this one might have a recommendable starting dirt bike to be well chosen. So I hope I could probably have to go with the KTM 450 EXC 2015. But this is how what everybody really wants to choose one rims to be included. Just gonna have to buy it, and looks like this one might have to get ready for a motocross racing challenge to be in a dirt course. Two new activities are available. This one might have to be popped up. Okay, looks like this is gonna be pretty good. First one is gonna be in Colorado River Banks and Whoop Territory. Maybe this one might have to take a good look at the different background. Maybe this is definitely might be pretty good enough for recommend to be at 13. Starting out to be at 10 for recommend. I hope this one might have to take a good cutscene to be starting out to be in Whoop Territory in Hollywood. Just gonna have to go and travel, and it's time to get ready to race for the dirt bike opponents, and even it might be possible chance to take on Tucker Morgan. He is the one proud motocross driver who can really take a lot of good experience to be in an off-road race.
Listen up. I got a race you need to be a part of. You want eyeballs on you? This is the one. This event is so unique, it turned into...
It looks like everybody is about to be ready to go for having a nice starting grid formation. I hope Tuck is here, but this time, this is going to be a pretty good, excited first time ever to be driving a motocross bike. But it takes a lot of skills to be on the terrain, down hills, and the ramps will be used for jumps. So let's go and get prepared.
Go, go, go!
Okay, looks like this is going to be very extreme, but the downhill is going to be pretty tough. Better take a good concentration, but it takes a lot of contact whenever we try to make it careful. And here's for the epic jump. Going on the jump from the dirt to the tarmac. Wow, I can't believe it that this course itself was definitely might be taking a challenge. I could probably might have to do some basics to drive, but it takes tough handling for having respawn control. Alright, looks like first place in the lead. Oh boy, looks like this is going to be very intense to deal with some obstacles. Better expect the jumps. Oh man, come on. Gotta keep it self-control. Okay, just gonna have to overtake Tuck, and then George is in the lead. Gonna have to pack that boost up. Looks like this is gonna get a little bit towards the finish line, but we're about to be going in onto the LA River.
I reckon you're pretty pleased with yourself.
Well, I'm just getting started, but it's always about learning to use the motocross bike. Okay, looks like this is going to be the final stretch. Man, cannot believe I just took second place. Well, maybe it's always just gonna might need to do some basics.
Wade, over here. Can we get a shot of you with the winner, Wade?
Well, actually I just took second place. I mean, well, it's always about trying to be the rookie that I'm new at this, but just getting closer towards famous, but I know we're just gonna have to take a lot of concentration.
Winning matters, but you know what else does? Owning the track. Deep woods, heart of the city, it doesn't matter. If there's a path, we'll find it. If there's no road, we'll make our own. I'll tell you straight up, if you want to follow someone else's path, this isn't the place for you.
I know. This just is gonna be... Okay, looks like this is going to be a pretty good to customize the 450 EXC with some different visual parts. But I hope this is going to be pretty good to have some features just like a car. But there's going to be some front light, fenders, seat, fairing, swing arm, fork, exhaust for visual, and also last but not least is the tail light. But this is definitely might have different options, but it also costs different amount of currency credits. But I bet I had to make sure to hold on to it, but it may be cost for only cheap amount. So let's just gonna go in and putting up with some fine parts that we might come up with some good visual on it. I cannot believe it, but this is definitely might be pretty good enough. I'll have to buy this. The fork will have to be giving us some good changes. Swing arm, better have to make this from a chrome into a nice orange color style that will might be given the best ways to represent the official kart brand. Better have to take 3 types of fairings, so maybe this was definitely might be equipped by default. Maybe this one might have to go with fairing number 2. The seat might have some different changes. Just gonna have to go with 3. This one might adding up a nice good stripe. And also of course, this one might have a front light 4 will be purchasable to be well adjusted to be applied. Just gonna have to put up with some performance, but looks like I just only got 2 will be selected. Hope this one might have to be equipped. I bet this motocross bike might need some more adjustable upgrades. So it'll have to make it stronger and faster, but this one might take a lot of good improvements to be successful to be on the motocross track. Okay, looks like this is going to be taking a quick prep well done, so time to get ready for motocross event number 2 will be on the way. I hope this is definitely might be pretty good to go over to Colorado riverbanks, but I bet this will might take a lot of good extreme air jumps whenever we had to take a good stunt and doing some strategy on every corners whenever we had to slide it in to be in a 2-wheel bike.
Good motocross is all about the jumps. The fans can't get enough of them. So let me see you catch some good air today. Just be sure to stick your landings.
Well, I hope this is going to be pretty excited to have fun. Looks like I'm about to take the right position to be ready for a starting grid. So here I go and let's get it on. I am so glad that I'm taking the head start to be in the lead. It might be possible to have to choose one lane to be determined to be in the left or right, but this one might have both whenever we have to go alternate. Gonna keep it careful. I hope I could probably have to learn this. Better save up the nitrous in case if we might have to go for a jump. Okay, here it comes. Gonna take on the inside, but it gets a little bit tougher when crowded cyclists are about to be going in. Man, it's gonna get a little bit harder to steer. Okay, 50% means lap number 2. Final lap will be on the way. Come on, gonna keep it up. Oh man, looks like this is going to get a lot of good power slide. Better pack it up for the next corner. Epic air jump. Oh man. Well, it might be possible in real life. That wheel might be causing a wipeout, but just gonna make sure to have a good clear space when you're taking a jump. Come on. Gonna catch up. I bet this one might have to go again for attempt number 2. But third place will make better the charm. Okay, looks like this is going to be a pretty good checkmark clear. But looks like this is definitely might have enough earnings. Okay, looks like this is going to be pretty good to have 2 loot boxes.
Competition for its own sake is nice, but it doesn't get you anywhere. As far as I'm concerned, you compete with the GOAT to come out with the most points. And once you're on top, you take what's coming to you.
Well, I hope this will might have running advice from Wade, but I hope this is definitely might have some other practice to go on for. Well, I guess this is going to be taking a lot of good practice work whenever I have to learn some basics to drive on the motocross bike. But it takes segments to do some practice whenever we have to learn. But experts who really want to do this, they already know about it. That's how practice makes perfect when you're driving on a motocross bike. So, looks like this is definitely might be pretty awesome. But 2 lanes in a single track was definitely might be pretty well exclusive for motocross bikers, but it was definitely might be pretty built for competition. So I hope this one might have to get ready for the next walkthrough. Just gonna have to go right back in to do some freestyle for having some new stunts. I hope this is gonna be having a new discipline. I bet I can wait. Alright folks, I hope you really enjoyed watching the race of this video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. You can follow me on Instagram, DeviantArt and GT Planet whenever you want. Libre Block videos are available to watch anytime, but this will might have a showcase whenever you like to see. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time to continue the journey in the Crew 2, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.